All right, these notes are going to go in your HPS course file. So here is the little insert that has the regions of the brain and the functions that we associate with them. I've got some stuff added underneath the insert, so I have a little arrow off to the side to indicate the fact that I have more information about frontal lobe. So frontal lobe has a lot of functions that are associated with it. Some of the most common would be like your personality, your decision-making, planning, and problem solving. Those are some of the biggest ones. All right, but I've added, the frontal lobe has Broca's area, and it has the motor cortex. Broca's area, earlier in your notes, you saw that has to do with speech production. The motor cortex helps control voluntary movement. Then the frontal lobe itself has to do with expression, language, cognition, planning, personality, behavior, emotional impulse control, judgment, and reasoning. All right, next, some additional information for the temporal lobe. Already earlier in your notes, we've got Wernicke's area and, of course, auditory stimuli. So temporal lobe is right there on the sides of your head by your ears, what you hear. So your auditory stimuli. Next, brainstem. So the brainstem is composed of the midbrain, pons, and medulla oblongata. The brainstem's functions include heart rate and temperature regulation. Next, the limbic system, amygdala, hippocampus, hypothalamus. Our amygdala is responsible for your fear, emotions, and memories associated with that. Also associated with paranoia. So fear, emotions, paranoia, and the memories associated with those things. And then medulla oblongata, specifically medulla oblongata, heart rate, breathing rate, blood pressure. And then pons helps with the sleep cycle, your breathing rate, respiratory rate. Hypothalamus was up here. Hypothalamus is associated with your hunger and thirst sensations, regulating temperature, mood, and sleep. The thalamus. The thalamus is an area of the brain that's going to relay information from sensory receptors to the proper area of the brain to be processed. So it's kind of like a relay area. The thalamus is going to relay information from sensory receptors to the proper area of the brain to be processed. Hippocampus. Hippocampus is associated with long-term memory and emotions, especially those linked to memories. So hippocampus is long-term memory and emotions, especially those linked to memories. And the pineal gland. Pineal gland is an endocrine gland that produces melatonin to help your sleep and wake cycles. Pineal gland is an endocrine gland that produces melatonin to help with your sleep and wake cycles.